Hey guys, it's Dementis here. Dementis from Lexus, number one. In this video, I wanted to talk about one of my favorite movies, which is Man of Steel, and about one particular scene that you might have seen made fun of. And I'm not really very happy about that fact. I'm talking about that scene where we can see Clark's father raising their hand and basically saying that Clark should not get involved to save his father. And many people make fun of this scene as Clark's father is doing this trendy thing, which is called aura farming, right? But I have a little different understanding and explanation for that fact. And I wanted to share it with you. Hopefully, you share this idea if you think so as well. Maybe you haven't heard about it, or maybe haven't thought about it, and maybe you will agree finally and stop making fun of that scene. All right, so we know that Clark is Superman, right? We know that he can fly. He has basically no weaknesses, at least at that point, besides this kryptonite MacGuffin that DC has created. He is basically God. Even in the movie, even if he gets hit by a nuke that we see later on, he will not be injured. Well, he will be injured, but he will survive, right? But this is the fact that we know. We know also that he has like a heat vision. At that point, he doesn't have it. We know that he can fly. At that point, he doesn't know that, nor his father. And also, if we know the extent of Clark's Superman's power, his father does not. He doesn't know that Clark hasn't been cut by a knife. He can lift a truck, but he doesn't know if a bullet can kill him or not, right? How can you know that? Unless you're a father of Brightburn and try it out by yourself, you won't find out how strong Superman is, especially in the teenage years, which I think is the period that the scene is trying to depict. Like, he is not like 30 years old or grown up and running around saving people. He is still living with his parents, and probably the things they already know is the fact that he is super strong, he is durable, haven't been cut by anything, probably haven't been broken skin or nose or bone, and that's the extent of his powers that they are aware. They do not know that he will be able to survive government's involvement in taking him away. And like, think about it. If I'm thinking right, then Superman's powers at that stage can be also compared to somebody like, I don't know, like person who is tougher skin, but who can I talk about? Yes, somebody from the movie Boys, right? I'm not talking about Homelander even. People there have strong skins. We have seen Starlight tanking a 50 cal round to the chest. But even for the Starlight, okay, imagine if the government was after her, if she had only this super strength and this invulnerable, pretty much very not invulnerable but very strong skin, government can still simply take her, right? Do the experiments and stuff. So Clark's father, imagine you have this son, you have raised him for like 20 years or so, whatever year Clark is there, right? And you understand that he is alien, and you are seeing the features of him being different, meaning that there is a danger that people will understand it at some point, and there is a danger that government will come and take him away, do genetical experiments with him. Well, basically that's the first and easiest thing that we can come up with what will happen to Superman if he was real. The government will try to experiment on him if there is a possibility for the human frame, biological body, to have this ability of being invulnerable. then maybe we can transmit that. Maybe he will help. Maybe we can just clone him and make super soldiers, right? That's the extent Clark's father is thinking. He has no idea how far the Superman's strength is. And at the same time, it's not only about the physical health, it's also about mental health. He wants his son to live normal life. You can see that he is more of a conservative type, right? He doesn't want his son to be celebrity, even being so sure in his beliefs that like runaway line saying maybe you should have let them die because the fact that you saved them made it dangerous for your identity to be seen and shown to the public, right? In my book, I think that is quite understandable. If I had a child, if this child was again special, I had no idea what is the extent of their power. I'll be afraid that this child will be first taken away and experimented on, which is probably the highest priority. Second, be deprived of normal life that me as a parent want for him. And the third, what was the third? Yeah, will be taken away from me. I will not be having normal relationship with my child, the child that I have wanted for many times. I believe that's basically understood that Clark's parents are older couple and have no baby, and then just this surprise comes to them like a gift from the gods. They can see it's a child which grows up to be a kind boy who has these strong powers and he is strong. And maybe also Clark's father maybe had this idea that Clark's powers were also developing. Maybe he was thinking that, yes, my son is strong right now, but I don't believe he is strong enough to withstand the onslaught of government trying to take him away and experiment on him. But maybe if the time goes on, as we can see in the movie, that right, he is getting newer and newer abilities. The hearing comes not from the beginning, but at some point while being a schoolboy, right? So maybe Clark's father is thinking, let the boy develop, have a normal teenage life. And once he is adult, like 30, 35, when he knows the full extent and when the full extent of his identity blossoms and all the abilities or whatever his relationship or idea of the skills are comes into fruition, then he can go on and decide what to do with his life. Because even if Superman was not a Superman and was just some kind of a hero, like, I don't know, Spider-Man or somebody, if their parents knew that he was Spider-Man, I don't think that they would just let him go and do the superhero stuff until he was older, right? So in that scene, I believe that coming from the father's perspective, he had this notion of protecting his son's identity by all means. And in the scene, he understood that there were people that might have been familiar with this family. But there was a danger that if Clark just went there, again, we know that he is not experienced at all. If Clark that just went there and some kind of flying, I don't know, box of something, cardboard, hits him, if he is like invulnerable guy, which we know he is at that point already, he just will shrug it off. There will be some scenario where his body will not react appropriately to the danger that might come to him. It might not kill him outright. It might not be the danger that will kill a person, but it might be some flying debris that will knock him over. But if the people see that he didn't got knocked over, then they might catch a suspicion. If Clark just nonchalantly goes there, lifts the car up, takes the dog and comes back, well, I don't think that he is stupid enough to do this, but I am not sure that there won't be some extra elemental things that will make him appear inhumane in that sense. Maybe it will be too easy for him to go there. Maybe people will see that, wait a minute, there is a wind blowing like hundreds of miles per hour. Why is he walking nonchalantly like that or running nonchalantly like that? So I believe in order to keep his boy away from this danger of being exposed, not killed right away, but exposed, and then later having a danger of getting taken by the government and getting a worse, like even worse fate than dying, he just not sacrificed, but he decided, wait a minute, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to just get up and do it myself. I don't think that he was thinking that in that particular time the taking of the dog was like a deadly threat. We can see that he suffered the fate he suffered only because his leg got stuck. And then he had the ultimate decision. If Clark was allowed to come to him and save him, it was 100% guaranteed that people will see that Clark is special. The rumors will run, somebody will come and take him away. So that's why he sacrificed himself. But the sacrificial part for me is much easier to understand. For me, I just wanted to explain the fact that the first decision he made to go there by himself. I think that in that sense, he was also weighting these two variables and saying, on the one side, we have my being in some kind of danger, maybe mortal, but still it's not 100% sure that I'm in a mortal danger. On the other hand, I have a danger of my son going there and maybe, in a high probability, being exposed to some kind of extra elemental third party pressure, like some debris, like a high wind, which will be unnatural for the people spectating this scene, and they will catch some suspicions. So he decided, well, I'm going to go there. Oh, and on the other hand, you can also see that he is a freaking father, right? Even if your kid that your kid is super strong, I don't think that your first idea of thoughts will be, you know what, you are bulletproof. And again, we don't know that he knows Clark is bulletproof. He only knows that he is very strong. So maybe he also thinks that, you know what, if a flying, sheet of metal comes, it will slice me up, but it also might slice my son up, right? So he might also be thinking that, you know what, if there is a danger of somebody getting KIA'd there, the same danger applies to Clark as well. I don't know. At least, even disregarding all that part, all the things that I have already explained, this danger of him getting exposed, and him being this very conservative dad, very loving dad who doesn't want his kid to be in this kind of danger, even by a small part. In my opinion, it is enough reasoning and enough argument to justify why, first, he decided to go there and save the dog by himself, and second, to raise his hand and prevent Clark from coming, exposing himself, and saving him. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Thank you for getting so deep into this video. I know this is a little bit different topic if you have been one of the members of my 7 subscribers. I mostly do the GX stuff, but again, I'm not an expert in that. I do not have lots of money. This is my one and only vehicle at this point. And I will continue uploading videos about things I do with it and the mods I'm going to install in it, and maybe one video will be a nice one where I will just make a good look around of the vehicle and explain what I have done, how it looks, and where I've got all these mods and stuff. But besides that, I wanted to explore much broader sense of this channel and wanted to talk about things that bother me, things that I see on the internet and they have no explanations, or just talk with you, my community. Because again, starting from this channel, the reason why I started this channel was the fact that the passion of getting into this mechanical and also electrical stuff with the vehicle was quite nuanced. For me, I was a novice doing this. I've never even changed oil in any of my vehicles, and I have only two, including this, had only two, sold the old one. So I just wanted to share this excitement of getting a nice mod, thinking outside the box, as about half of my videos are about mods that are not very straightforward, and they are not the things that many people think in a first top 10 list to get for their vehicles. So I wanted to share this experience, share this knowledge, and get the feedback from you, and grow the channel. And again, this is as it is my attempt to get justification and positive feedback from the community. I just wanted and decided to get that also by other means, which is going to be the Mentes from Lexus talking about different stuff. Hope you like this one, and please tell me down into the comment section what's other film or television or other scene that you see scrutinized way too unjustly, things that you see criticized and made fun of without really understanding what the reasoning behind the scene and behavior was. All right, that's it. Have a nice day, and hopefully we will see each other in the next video, hopefully soon as well. Bye bye.